We could be in for a wild week ahead. Let's bring in Dan Deming of KKM Financial. Dan, a lot to watch this week.
There's a lot to look forward to, Angie, that's for sure. We got
Fed?
We got the Fed. That's right on the tip of our tongues.
Exactly.
We have expiration, and then we'll just throw a little geopolitical concerns in there as well.
Let's break down the Fed. What's going to happen in the minds of traders, do you think?
Well, it's going to be an interesting dynamic this week, Angie, and I think that's why we saw the market kind of coiling late in the week last week, not really moving around too much, kind of maintaining the upper levels of the range, but not breaking out, because I think they want to see what the Fed's message is going to be. And that's going to be very important because the market is now pricing in a very high probability of a cut in July and still a slight probability of one in June. So the message is going to be key here. The market has its expectations already built in that the Fed's going to move sooner rather than later. And if they deliver a message anything other than that, then we will see some volatility.
And as far as what's been happening in the market on the underneath, we've been watching a lot of economic data come into the market. Now, we did get a consumer sentiment number that was a bit off the mark.
Slightly.
And then we had the retail sales number. How'd you feel about that?
A little bit better than expected.
All right.
Kind of bucked the trend, but last week overall, when you look at the numbers last week, Angie, they still were playing into that low inflation environment, slower growth. We got some disappointing news out of China late in the week as well, and also disappointing news from the tech sector, where they're starting to feel the impact of the tariffs, and it was very pronounced in some of the tech names last week.
What's the smart money doing here, Dan?
Utilities is where it's flowing into, and while it's looking for safe havens right now, and particularly the uncertainty about the dollar, what's the dollar going to do after this Fed announcement, you're seeing money flow into gold, you're seeing money flow into utilities, and you're seeing money go into the bond market.
That's always important to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, and the volumes are there as well. So, some interesting dynamics, and I think the concerns are that, and rightly so, the longer this tariff situation extends, the more likely we're going to see a significant slowing. And Jeff Gunderlock came out last week and indicated the same thing. Now the possibility of a recession in the next 9 months is picked up dramatically just in the last month, because the duration of this tariff situation continues to drag down the global economy.
We will be watching. Thank you, Dan.
All right, thanks for having me.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.